Hi guys, today I'm going to talk to you about Alpecin Caffeine Shampoo. So many people have asked me about this. Since I hauled it and since I did a blog post about it, people were like, right, you have to tell me if this works because this could be an absolute wonder product from the drugstore. I'm going to run through the kind of pros and cons of this product, but in a nutshell, I do think that it does something. I'm nearly finished with this bottle. I've probably got about to there left. And I'm kind of in two minds as to whether or not I'm going to repurchase. I have something else coming, I think it's called LA Science, that's a serum and a shampoo, and I will be reviewing that separately. However, I wanted to get this entire bottle finished first of all so that I could see really what was working. This, I'll just give you the kind of blurb. It says, the shampoo that stimulates hair growth directly at the roots. You're supposed to wash your hair every single day, which is just mad because I don't do that, so I didn't wash it every single day. Wash with C1, which is this, caffeine 1 I'm assuming. Immediately provides the hair roots with activating ingredient. Alpecin caffeine is very well detectable after being left on for as little as 120 seconds. I think this may have been written by someone whose first language was not English. I think it's like maybe a Swedish or a German company. If left on for longer, more caffeine will be absorbed into the scalp. Recommendation, leave on the scalp for 2 minutes from application to rinse. This shampoo does not contain any conditioning agents, so your hair will immediately have more grip, by which they mean your hair will be dry, and that is my main con of this product. I think of probably 8 times that I've used this shampoo, only one of the times that I've actually experienced the tingling sensation on my scalp, which was disappointing because unless it's giving me the tingling sensation, I kind of assume it's not working and it's not doing anything. So that's kind of another thing. I'm not entirely sure what it was doing and when it was doing anything, but I would leave it on for 10, 20, 30 minutes at a time, depending on how long I could sit in the bath. I tried to concentrate it on my scalp because it does seriously dry out the ends of your hair. It's got absolutely no conditioner whatsoever, so it is like, I mean, it's basically, it's for men, it's dedicated, it's aimed at the male market and to try and prevent hair loss. So it's not like they particularly need a hair conditioning agent unless they've got longer hair. So for women, this is not the most ideal product, but for the price, I think it was like £4 or £5, it does do something. I mean, for one thing, these little wispy hairs that I've got, these little baby hairs all around my hairline have grown. They absolutely have grown. And the bald patches that I had in my temples, I'd just like to briefly mention, because in my last video where I hauled this, lots of people had their own ideas as to why I've lost my hair and that it's breaking off because of colour damage, etc, etc. That's not the case at all. The reason that I lost my hair is when you have a baby, for those 9 months, the majority of pregnancies anyway, for those 9 months you don't lose any hair. You retain lots, your hair, your nails, your skin is all fantastic for the majority of people, again. And you don't lose that hair. And then within the first 6 months after the baby's born, you then start to shed that hair that you didn't lose during pregnancy. And lots of women experience bald patches or just really, really thin hair. And people have said like they've put up their ponytails and it's been like pencil thin. People have vast different experiences. Some people have much, much worse experiences than I've had. But I have had these little bald patches at my temples and I had exactly the same experience when I was pregnant the first time. But since I've been using this, I have had regrowth, and almost since my regrowth has been here, people have been able to notice my bald patches more, because when they were near enough bald, it just looked like that was my hairline, whereas now it's growing back, it's kind of little short hairs, and it absolutely has worked. It has grown my hair. Now I can't tell you whether or not my whole hair has grown or if it's just targeted on the parts of my hair where basically it was bald and it was kind of receding a little bit, but it does definitely do something for thinning hair. I would say if you're completely bald, it's not going to do anything for you, but as a preventative method of retaining your hair and stopping your hair from shedding, I think that it does do something. My hair still sheds a lot, but I think that it's reduced the amount of hair that I'm losing when I wash and dry. If I am to wash my hair in the bath, then I can see all the hairs floating around in the bath with me. I'm losing a lot of hair, but this has definitely reduced the amount of hair that I'm losing. So it does work, but it's very, very drying on the hair. So it's not something that I would recommend if your hair is very, very damaged and you're trying to grow it. It's not something I would recommend at all. I am going to look into other things and hopefully I'll be able to come back to you with other products that work better. But if you're desperate and you really do want to try something that is cheaper, then this does do something. It does work. It is effective. It's just, I don't know how effective it will be if you're just using it to try and grow your hair quicker, because I haven't really noticed a massive difference. Had it not been for the problem that I had, I probably would have noticed no difference at all. But it does work. Just be aware how drying it is on your hair. So I'm hoping that that will kind of sum up for most people that wanted to know whether or not I was liking the Alpecin. I do like it. I might repurchase it, but I'm going to try some other things first of all. And if you've tried it yourself, then let me know. Lee's also been using this and he thinks that his hair feels thicker. He's never had a problem with hair loss or anything, but it's one of those things, it's preventative. And especially for men, you know, why not use it? If it doesn't matter if your hair is dry. They do dandruff versions, they do toning versions that makes your hair darker if you're experiencing kind of premature greys. I think it's a really great brand on the whole, but it's not formulated for women, and I think that they could do something to make it better for women, because we're out there on the market too and we want something that will work to grow our hair. So I think they're missing a big trick there. But thanks for watching. If you haven't already, check out my other videos, and I hope this was helpful to at least one of you that was asking questions about the shampoo. And I really haven't seen many, if any, reviews out there of Alpecin, so fingers crossed some of you find this.